As I say, Israel and the crescent shaped farms. I created. I think I was mining over there. I forget. There was something in the ground. I was collecting or something like that. I was doing a mine, but I think I left a grain belt up there. Yeah, that was mine actually. It's my free grain belt. Um, Grain or wheat is a created crop, of course. More than one of my life forms actually would eat the grain, and so um, I left. I did the grain. I forget exactly how that happened. I think one of my other life forms what was eating it or something like that. It wasn't just humans or something like that. Maybe even cows or something. I don't really remember. But I mean, because there is like, I mean, I was out of it for a little while too, but I do remember I did the crescent. I think was as my free grain belt up there, and people would harvest it. And plus, there was also like the opium people that like to smoke opium, and they really didn't want to do all that much other than smoke opium and basically eat the wheat and stuff like that. And they would just subsist around. And there was always an opium package, a pack of people. Ever since opium first came out, people would be using opium, like eating it, putting it with food, doing all kinds of stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Um, there's always production and doing all this other stuff, the mining and everything else, but there's always these opium people. And most other people wanted to kill them, and I was like, no, you can't kill them. I won't let you kill them just because they're using. I mean, whatever. I mean, there's always a high amount of opium people running around. At least about 15 to 15,000, or even upwards of 1 million people that liked opium and were using it, and they would trade it for labor or doing this or doing that. Other people would sometimes use them or abuse them, and I was like, no, no, you can't do that. I won't let you do that. But I mean, they use opium for doing stuff. It's just a sap, and I think you can eat it just like a sap once you let it dry or something like that. There's a process to it, and they were processing it and stuff like that, and playing around with it. But it was one of my plants. I created like quite a few crops, or had quite a few crops created. I forget, so humans could use them or have them. And I was a pretty cool guy. And even after that, I paid for this stuff to be created as well. Once I was rich and I was well off, but when I was the other way, I created lots of stuff, and I was just like, here you go. Like I say, I wasn't really a human. I was another life form, a computer or something. Like I said, there's books of me. I go back thousands, millions of years. I was in existence for over 100 trillion years. Although it's probably been a while since I've actually been realistically. Anyway, um, but yeah, but I mean, I'm Lucifer, the Lucifer White Star, the the legend, and I mean, I've been around for a very, very, very long time, and my people really love me. I mean, they really adored me because I protected people. I protected the opium people. I made places for people. I was like, here you go. You guys can live here all you want, free and safe. No one's going to hurt you. And I actually even paid for Roman guards to protect people, like just to be like, make sure no one kills them. You know, and so my guards would just, they would wander around, keep the post, have sex with the locals. I don't really know. I mean, keeping abuse down was always one of my big things. But so anyway, though, but yeah, the crescent, that was one of my things, and people loved me. I mean, everyone basically agreed that I was the best creator ruler that ever existed because I mean, I cared about my people greatly, and I even cared about other people's people greatly. Like I say, if there was ever anyone in trouble or anyone in need, and that actually got me a lot of support too in the old days because I would always send people. Um, People would always know that my cities would respond. I would pay people to go out there into the world, regardless, to find out what was going on and to help. Um, assistance was almost guaranteed. So, um, Anyway, though, but yeah, I knew lots of things like the Grain Belt. I mean, there's a reason why Israel and basically this whole world worships a creator. That's because I was that great, wonderful, loving creator that was always protecting people and always inventing for people and always just around. I mean, they knew that I would be around. I was their, I was like their one, their creator, their benefactor, their Lord, the one who guided them in the rain, the one who guided them in the cold, the one who always had a place for them. So, I mean, many planets actually worship me or do worship me as this wonderful, amazing, caring Lord that would die for his people. Like I said, I would die for my people and protected them. And everyone on any of my planets knew that I was always fair and caring and loving. And anyway, some people would be like, it makes me sick how much they love this guy. It's like, yeah, my people. I mean, my people. I mean, they really love me, and I love them. I mean, I wanted to snuggle every single one of them every single night, and I was proud to have so many people that worship me and love me. I mean, I loved the idea that I could just hug them and just hold them and be with them and lead them. I mean, when I had my people, my humans, I mean, I was like, go, forward. We're gonna go forward. Yes. I mean, through the darkness, through the light. I was there. I mean, people knew that I would always be there and I would always care for them. I mean, I had cared for them for millions or trillions of years. And I had provided crops for them. I had, built houses. I had led them down into the mines of the earth so they could be safe. People knew that, you know, the rain would come, eventually, and I dug all these pits so water would fill in. And I mean, many people would go to my sites and my places, and they would just be like, and whenever I was going to do something new, it was like, he's doing something new, and they would rush off to go see what it was and everything else like that. I mean, I was just, I mean, there's a very good reason why everyone would bow down and worship the Lord. I mean, I gave them the feeling of sex. I gave them the feeling of opium. I gave them this planet. Like, this whole planet is basically like the human territory. I told my other life forms to leave the humans alone and not to kill them. So, I mean, anyway, yeah.